Rampart is located on the upper Yukon River, and that's also where my family's fish camp is.
And the young folks learn how to cut fish very early, which is a good way to contribute to the family. And we'll talk about processing shortly, but why don't we start, if you wouldn't mind, by having you tell us what all these things are around you.
Sure. Well, our fish camp you see right here is very much like the Athabascan fish camps you'll find along the Chena and Yukon rivers in the summer months. Each summer, families would pack up and go up to about 30 miles away from their village to their respective family's fish camp. Now, the centerpiece of every fish camp is, of course, the fish wheel you see out front. That's an efficient fish-catching machine that allows us to catch enough salmon to sustain ourselves and also our dog teams in the winter months. Farthest away are the canvas wall tents, and that's just where we would stay at fish camp. Right beside me is the outdoor air drying rack, where we would hang our salmon before placing it into the smokehouse, which is a large permanent structure you see directly behind me. The smokehouse is the key to turning each salmon into a lightweight, dehydrated, and fully preserved food source. Now right beside the smokehouse is the cache, and that's just a storage shed built on stilts, where we place our salmon after we preserve it. Now, in between the canvas wall tents and the dog houses, and we would always bring our dogs to fish camp because they act as a natural alarm system if any large game animals, such as a bear, came into the area.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get surprised by that, obviously, because it's a lot of work to get this salmon prepped, and looks like you've been doing a little bit of that since we saw you last.
Yep, well, as I said before, this is a chum salmon, and here in the interior we get 3 kinds of salmon. 1 run each of the king and the silver, and 2 runs of the chum. Because the chum are a slightly lesser quality of the other 2, and because we get twice as many of them, we like to use this to make the food for our dogs. Now I've already removed the head of the salmon, and also made 2 fillets kept attached at the tail, cut along the backbone. As you can see though, there's quite a bit of meat left on this backbone. I can go ahead and cut this off right now, and save this for a stew for our dogs here at fish camp. Along with the eggs that you see right here, from the chum salmon, along with the backbone, they can be placed into a stew for our dogs. But if these were the eggs of a higher quality salmon, such as a king, a silver, or sockeye, we could just cook and eat those ourselves. Along with the head of a higher quality salmon. If this were a head of a king or a silver or sockeye, I could use this to make fish head soup, which I'd serve to my elders.
How is fish head soup? See, the elders get to eat that first, so kids, you have to ask him in about 60 years. Now, Noah, why would you do all this slicing into your fillet? What does that help?
Well, right now I'm scoring the salmon, and this is creating diagonal cuts through the meat all the way down to the skin. This creates a larger surface area, allowing the smoke to work itself deeper into the salmon, further dehydrating and also preserving it.
You'll see how it works when he holds it up. Now, you've got the smoke billowing in your smokehouse. Why would you not just take it in there undercover? What's the point of it sitting out in the open?
Well, let the place of winter dripping salmon directly into the smokehouse because of my cold. So right now I'm going to put it on the outdoor air drying rack until it forms a nice sheen or a glaze. Then it'll go into the smokehouse for about 2 weeks, and since we're only making dog food, it'll be rotating around in there till it's fully dehydrated, weighs less than a pound, and looks something like this right here.
Yeah. And see, that's completely dry, bundle it up like wood, take it on a dog sled. I don't know that you'd be real popular if you tried to serve it to your family, though, there, Noah. So what about salmon that is made for people?
Well, there's actually a lot of things we do differently for humans. First, we'd start it with a higher quality salmon, such as a king, a silver, or sockeye. We'd cut it and then clean it out very well. We like fillets like those too, but keep in mind that each family has their own techniques and traditions, so they can also be cut into smaller pieces called salmon strips like these right here. Either way, they'll be put into a brine of brown sugar, honey, and salt, be put on the outdoor air drying rack, and then into the smokehouse, but not quite as long, just for about 4 days since we like a much softer texture. And then finally, the wood that we use is different. For humans, we'd use cotton or alder wood because they are sweeter woods, but for the dogs, spruce wood, driftwood, they're not too picky.
Oh, let's say that nice alder wood for people who will really appreciate it. I want to remember that next to the brine later. But as we going to see?
Well, I'm glad to say your guides and I are excited to show you around the Chena Indian village and share with you some of our culture. This area you see here is exactly what the original Chena Indian village was like that Captain Jim visited while he was running freight. When it became inaccessible by boat, it largely ceased to exist. But because preserving the culture and history was of such importance to Captain Jim and his family, they decided to make this living museum you see here. It contains some 100-year-old cabins and many artifacts carefully relocated from the original Chena Indian village. Any buildings you see on shore were made by hand by native craftspeople using the traditional methods and tools, like our post office cabin out front. Now, you can't actually mail anything from there, but that's where you can get your book signed in about half an hour, and also where you can see the statue of granite.
Yeah, and Dave Monson will be there. If somebody didn't get a book on the boat, then he'll have copies of it out there for you. But as far as the tour, are we going to just be on our own, Noah, or are we going to stick close to you?
Well, actually, when you come onto shore, you'll be divided into groups and taken along 3 short stops, one of which is that cabin up front with the moose. Now, don't worry if that's not your first stop. Everyone gets to see everything here at the Chena Indian village. You're also going to get a closer look at those reindeer and learn how the Athabascan people transitioned from a nomadic lifestyle to more permanent log cabin life. The tour is about 25 minutes long, and then after that, you'll all have some time to explore the village on your own, take as many pictures that you may have missed, and also ask us any questions that you may have. Guides will be at each of the stops, and I'll be right back there at Fish Camp if you want to come say hi to me. So, Anavasi, and welcome to the Chena Indian village, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Noah.